What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with another Danmachi video. Now, today is going to be all about our girl, Tiona here. I'll tell you exactly why. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We have a new Record Buster incoming next week. Next Wednesday, Record Buster will be back, and it will be Finn. And if you remember, what Finn does, he buffs strength and magic. Like 120, 150%, some crazy number like that. Here's the deal. Tiona, if you're not familiar, her SA does Ultra Fire Magic attack damage plus 150% per each target's strength and magic buff. When Finn is in effect, she does 300%. 300% damage. And that's not even the craziest part. If we go down here to skill 2, same thing. 120% per each target's strength and magic buff skill. It's truly insane. This unit is probably one of the most wild and crazy units in the game. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, she is still far and away the biggest hitter we have in the game. She's truly insane. And she really has, best I could tell, no parallel. So here's my question. Alright, I'm going to go back to the gacha for a minute because I think it's fairly obvious at this point of the game that new units are always favored in Record Buster. And we have this new Hestia that is an Earth type, okay? And Hestia is really good. Her SA is Ultra Earth Magic attack damage. Sorry, Ultra Earth Magic... that new cable should be in later today, my apologies. Ultra Earth Magic attack damage with temporary... Let me just... I'll edit this little foible out here. There we are. Ultra Earth Magic attack damage with temporary magic boost. Now, that's not too crazy, but if you go down here to her skill 1, Earth attack damage increase SA gauge charge plus 100%. So all Earth damage and SA is going to be buffed 100% to this unit. Now, she only does give herself 50% magic, but you're going to use Haruhime. Actually, technically, in this Record Buster, you don't need to use Haruhime. You're going to use Finn's buff, because Finn's buff is, like I said, going to be like 120, 150%. It's going to be wild and crazy. So this unit's going to hit stupid hard with her third skill. Her SA is going to leave a lot to be desired, and this has actually been kind of the track record with a lot of these units. She will not be the SA unit. She'll be a skill 3 unit. You're going to spam this skill and ruin Finn's day. Mark my words. Slow, high Earth Magic attack damage plus 85% per each target's magic resistance skill. And debuffs down on all allies down 2 turns. Finn is going to get hurt here because remember, you're going to debuff on the adventure and the Sith side, so that 85% is going to become 170%. It's going to be a big number and she's going to hit hard. Now, here's my all too important question. Knowing how hard Tiona hits, if even fire damage is neutral, or say, let's even say negative 30%, or plus 30% technically. If it's plus 30%, it's a situation you can debuff your way sort of out of to make her neutral. Considering how hard Tiona's capable of hitting, could Tiona still be viable if Earth is the preferred skill? So let's go find out here. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm just going to set this up. I'm going to go ahead and literally not do any of those skills. We're going to do base attacks with the exception of this. I'm going to go ahead and extend debuffs and do the 35% debuff. And then we're just going to kind of get out of the way for a little bit. I'm going to do base attacks with them basically until we get a triple SA. And the reason I'm going to do that... Now, you will notice one other thing here. The team is at a bit of a deficit in comparison to the numbers we could have. Because all of the 20%, at least of the units that I have in my bin, all of the 20% fire attack damage buff and debuff units are, I believe, physical in nature. And I'm using the magic units since we've got a magic team here. Now, I could, in theory, have built a more basically mixed team. Also, you'll notice that I'm using Katori for the 20% single target damage, and we could be using Winnie for the 50%, but I have a really hard time finding a way to get Winnie to survive till turn 4. So for me, like, this is literally where we're kind of at the moment. You know what, I just realized I probably could support Winnie well enough to survive and put her where Reveria is. Ooh. Imagine that. I'm gonna soldier on. So do bear in mind the numbers that we're gonna get are gonna be capable of so incredibly much more. But still, I think what we're gonna have, and I believe in my heart of hearts, what we're gonna have out of this attack is going to be still fairly impressive. So let's soldier on. Let's keep going. All right. And if you're wondering why I'm just doing basic attacks, the answer is very simple. I want our units to survive. I want to make sure that, or I say I want our units to, I want the opponent to survive. If I don't do base attacks, we're going to kill him on turn 6, no questions asked. And then we'll just literally not be able to get out the amount of SAs that I really want to do in order to test this unit. Ooh, Reveria. I guess if Reveria dies, it's not the end of the world. I just can't have Aisha or Haruhime die, but yeah, let's soldier on. Now, if you'll notice right now, the Serpent actually is buffed literally 100 and... sorry, not 100. I got that in my mind, because we're going to do that here in a moment. He does have a Strength and Magic buff for 2 more turns, but I would really need to have a triple SA in this turn, and I just can't. So we're going to have to wait till the next time that he is buffed to really make this work right. But it's fine. It's fine. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get there and, you know, pad the runtime a little bit. But once again, I feel like it's a fair question. You know, could we see... All right, Tiona is debuffed now, and that is unfortunate, but his Strength and Magic buff is now good for 4 turns. So what I can do is I can use Aisha to remove all of our debuffs, and then next turn we can go in for the kill. So let's do that. I'm going to go and do Sheikah on this turn. That is going to give us a little bit more critical and penetration, and we're going to pay close attention to the numbers that we get here. All right, so we've got no debuffs on us thanks to Aisha. The other thing Aisha is going to do here, 100% Strength and Magic, and if you're not familiar, this Aisha unit does 100% fire damage. So no joke, Tiona, going into this, is going to have 100% Strength, 100% Magic, as well as the critical and penetration rate and counter rate buff that she's already got. So literally, she's going to be basically as heavy a hitter as she could possibly be in the situation. So this is a triple SA. The only exception that would be is if we did a quad. But honestly, I don't want to do that because if I did, this unit would die instantly. And he still might. I mean, I don't know. He's got 6 million. There's a good chance he might actually croak. So let's see. Haruhime is going to do her thing. We already know what she does. And do bear in mind, Aisha's hit is not going to be impressive because she only has the magic buff. Good. The fire buff does not apply to herself, but I'm going to let this essay play out and see where we're at. All right. And I'm going to pay close attention because I really want to see this number. I really want to see this number. Oh, 5.4 million damage. And bear in mind, oh, I was really hoping to see what the next hit would be. I was really hoping to see what the next hit would be. So 5.4 million damage is what we got on SA. I want to say that her base hit with everything else would have been probably in the 3 million range. So it would have been pretty wild, pretty crazy. So that's it, guys. That's right there. Like, she hits hard. And if you didn't see my initial damage test with her on Finn's level, and we'll definitely do it again when Finn's back around, she hit for 11 million last time we did a damage test with her. Now, to be fair, she was in like her perfect scenario there, quad SA, all that, but 5.4 mil in with only the 15% buffs And without the... I don't think she was still debuffed again. I'd have to go back and double check the footage. I don't think it had a chance to re-debuff her. So, like, she wasn't debuffed, but she definitely was, you know, in her proper situation. So, Ultra Fire Magic Attack, 150% per each target's strength and magic buff skill. Okay, remove strength and magic buff skills except assist skills. I forgot, it does remove those. So, we wouldn't have actually been able to do this. I thought it didn't remove them, but whatever. We'd have to then have tested this separately. That is my mistake. I forgot that she removed it. Maybe they amended that, because I don't think she removed him last time, but I could be wrong. Either way, a crazy unit, a wild hitter. This unit, if you have her, let me know. Do you think, even if it is, like, I say debuff, but resisted by maybe up to even 30%, do you think this Tiona is still going to be viable in the upcoming Record Buster? Is she always going to be the top unit for Finn is basically my question. Let me know in the comments section. I'll catch you all on the next one. Make sure you hit that old like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all soon.